Namo Myoho Renge Kyo. Thank you for being here. Like, subscribe, get that out of the way right away. Help us expand our Sangha. Thank you for your practice. Back to the book, 3,000 Realms, which you can get on the ebooks page of threefoldlotus.com or a print copy from the bookstore. We're reading Tendai. We've described the 10 different topic headings he's given us to delve into his conception of contemplation, of meditation, of how the mind should be directed in its actions to manifest new actions, better actions, enlightened actions. Yeah? Having been smothered in stupidity and confusion for countless lifetimes, one does not recognize that the darkness of ignorance is illuminated. Now this enlightenment is opened up and revealed, and therefore we speak of the main idea. Quite an introduction, Tendai Chiche. Having already recognized that ignorance is illuminated, there is no longer transmigration, and so we speak of calm. In being illuminated with great purity, we speak of observation. All right, 2 short paragraphs, and we've just covered how many months of videos and talks about the nature of Buddhism. What is the function of the mind, the sentient being, the sentient mind? Because being is a function of time-space, yeah? This moment, this moment, this moment, this moment. Being is the same thing as saying mind, because without sentience, without observation, there's nothing, or there's everything. Same thing, just unobserved. So who cares? So with observation, the sentient mind, incredibly unique portal to observe the phenomena of the engine of life. It's all right there. That's the main idea. To get that renge, that moment of realization, everything's moving, nothing's static. I have stuff, but they're just instantiations of potential, and more are, in fact, they're going through a process of decay as I look at them. I just don't perceive it in my time scale, but I know that's what's happening. That's more important. What do I know? Buddha wisdom. Wisdom from this enlightened understanding of the engine of life. Having recognized that what we're not aware of is no different than that process which we're just becoming aware of, the two are the same. They're not a duality. That duality is the illusion. Oh, so this he identifies as calm. Not as in calm, no action. Calm as in the release of carrying the baggage, because there is no baggage. We are in this moment, now this moment, now this moment. Why are you trying to haul the past along with you? That baggage is made up in your mind. Calm down. Look, it's a flow. We're all in it, experiencing it, manifesting it. What creates that calm? A newly lighted observation, enlightenment. Having already heard the name, its embodiment is attained. Now, he's not talking about the daimoku, but that's where Nichiren would interject. Yeah, invoking the entire text and teaching, not the text itself, the teaching, the conceptual understanding of this engine of life in our minds, moment to moment. We embody that Buddha-ness. With the embodiment, there is an all-inclusiveness. You see, we have the benefit of already, from Nichiren, getting past all of this, but what a trailblazer Chiche is, yeah? It includes all with partiality and totality. You could say without distinction, even though the words are distinct, yeah? With understanding of partiality and totality, there is the rising up, or the raising up, it says, of the ways and means, another of the section we'll get into. With the ways and means established, there is attainment of proper observation. Do you see how he's dissecting these different levels of insight attained from meditation, from concentration, from contemplation? Having already attained proper observation, there is attainment of the wonderful fruits and rewards. We're heading toward calming again, yeah? You see, he's describing every relationship of thoughts and actions in the meditation on Buddhahood, the goal of Buddhism. By attaining the Dharma, new word, for one's self, the Dharma, this teaching, this enlightenment, this renge, this perceptive truth of moment to moment, living the engine of life. By retaining it for oneself, the doctrine arises, instructing others. Once you experience something, now you're set the task in samsara of developing a language around it to assist others in achieving the same thing. Not an easy task, but that's the bodhisattva task, yes? With oneself and others both settled, all are equally restored to the original intent. What does that mean? There's a lot of translation rhetoric about original intent. The original intent isn't something that happened way back in time-space. Original intent is the complete manifestation of enlightenment, of knowing that the process is ongoing. It's that simple. Nothing's ever changed. The process is ongoing. If you click on the light in your attic of mind and thoughts, you will see clearly what is ongoing, and it goes on going on. Generally speaking, for those that have not reached that which is neither produced nor caused, there is the production and origination of these 10 sections. For those that have reached that which is neither produced or caused, the activity of the mind is serene and extinguished. Beyond the ways of words and language, it is tranquil and pure. If you've watched the last couple of videos, you'll see that in my own way, I've said it's almost exactly the same words. We are so fascinated by our own abilities to communicate ideas, language, words. We assign all of these different importances and definitions, and they all differ. The words aren't the Dharma. The words aren't the truth. They're not. Their only value is in pointing. Look, 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 look. You can point as many fingers as you want. You won't get there until you look where you're pointing. What's the meaning of all this? When we take our time and we chant with sincere resolve to experience Buddha, to pass through our Gohonzon portal into Buddha-ness, to experience that enlightenment now, in this moment. Namo Myoho Renge Kyo. That is beyond the ways of words and language. It is tranquil and it is pure. So, as convoluted as this language may appear on first read, I'm hopeful that, this is a comment I'm interjecting here, that certain aspects of time and realms discussed earlier are making themselves evident in this discussion of Chiche. The mind being serene, for instance, equates well with the Buddha-ness of detachment and observation, of the formations process of the engine of life. That which has never been produced or caused. What does that mean? That may have leaped out at you. That perception of what hasn't been produced or caused, I just had a video talking about this. This idea that cause is one thing and effect is another, that's a delusion. Cause/effect are the same as time/space. They're aspects, words we've assigned to a singular process. Action. Action, action, action. That's all we can do. That's all we can observe. Action begetting action begetting action. It is wondrous. It is almost without time. It just is what it is. It's energy forming. Can you see forming? You can only see it via formation when it is form. But you can perceive it coming about. That is Buddha-ness. And that perception of coming about moment to moment to moment to moment, it's not produced. It's not caused. It's the process itself. Wondrous, amazing, equanimous. Because everything is doing that. Everything. That which is never produced or caused also mirrors the words of Shakyamuni in the Lotus Sutra, speaking on the realms of existing or non-existing. See, we see this constant trying to use words to dissect something that's neither nor in between. It's the act, the formation. Certainly, this is a discussion of the same transmigrations of realms of experience or being within the mind under discussion. And then we get back to Chiche. The discrimination of these 10 sections, which this makes, he has a sense of humor. The discrimination of these 10 sections, pay attention to the words he's using, or that are used in this translation. The merits and virtues of these 10 sections are like having a jewel hidden in one's bag. Without searching for it, one will not find it. Now, for these 10 sections, some is absolute, some is mundane, and some is neither absolute nor mundane. So he's applying what he just described as these different aspects of contemplation to the very action he's taking to list these different aspects of these observations. It's very circular. Some is taught, some is silent, some is neither taught nor silent. Some is concentration, some is insight. Some is neither concentration nor insight. Some is the eyes, some is the feet, some is neither the eyes nor the feet. Some is the cause, some is the effect. Some is neither cause nor effect. Some is of the self, some is from another, some is from neither the self nor another. He's talking about this wrestling match that we have in our minds and these errant thoughts, the monkey mind that's distracting us and trying to identify. That's what he's describing. Some is shared, some is unshared, some is neither shared nor unshared, some is general, some is specific, some is neither general nor specific. The neither or is quixotically, cool word, actually what we're trying to identify, but it's better to identify it in a way by saying what it's not. How many times do we do that? To identify something that words can't identify, right? The king of that was Nagarjuna. Some is elaborated, some is outlined, some is neither elaborated or outlined, some is horizontal, some is vertical, some is neither horizontal or vertical. You're getting the gist here? That whatever leads us into this insight, this renge, isn't the point. It's the renge that's the point. And now, without experiencing it, communicating it, and inspiring others to seek it, it's just a mire of stuff to get past. It's samsara. All of the various aspects respond to the question asked. The first 8 sections are mundane and yet absolute. The section on the fruits and rewards is absolute and yet mundane. Attaining your enlightenment, for instance, I digress again, by chanting the Daimoku is a mundane act. But your intent and your attitude, this is why I say savor your Daimoku, savor your recitation. Why? Because it's not the recitation, it's not the Daimoku, it's your commitment to it that enlightens your Gohonzon, mind. I'm pointing at my head, but you know what I mean, mind. It's your determined focus, instantiation of Buddha-ness. That is the goal. Not how many Daimoku you chant. Not how many recitations you make. Those are tools to help focus your mind on the goal. Open the door. Open Gohonzon. Buddha-ness. Here you are. Amaze me. The section on the original intent is neither absolute nor mundane. It's the experience of. The proper observation is on the noble silence. The other 8 sections are on the noble teaching. The original intent is neither silence nor teaching. It's the experience. The one part on proper observation is on concentration. The other 8 sections are on insight, renge. The original intent is neither concentration nor insight. It's the beingness, right? Buddha-ness, enlightenment. From the main idea to proper observation is on the cause. The fruits and rewards is on the effect. The original intent is neither cause nor effect. Please remember to read the second part of that statement. He's identifying cause and effect as separate things, but they're not separate things. They are neither one or the other. They are the experience that is everything. The separation of cause and effect is a mental condition of samsara that we transcend. We transmigrate from samsara into Buddha-ness. The first 8 sections are on one's own practice. The arising of the doctrine is on the influence of others, and the original intent is neither oneself nor another. It's universal. It's in the moment of the entire universe. Namo Myoho Renge Kyo. So, this is profound stuff. Whether or not the people of his time understood what he was talking about, with Nichiren, though, our mentor and teacher of our times, he's deciphered this very, very clearly. And with that knowledge now, you and I can go back and read this and go, yeah, I see where he's going. It's obvious. Remember, all of Chi-Che's teachings and utterances about great concentration and insight were his renge from the Lotus Sutra. He developed the Lotus Sutra school in China. Of course, Shakyamuni was the one to develop it 3,000 years ago. But it keeps getting lost by charlatans, by people who have other agendas. And as heinous as that is, you can't keep the truth down. It just keeps coming up through these great scholars who see it quite clearly. And maybe, with too many words, try to identify it. But once identified, certainly once experienced, one can read almost anything about it and derive the central point, the mission, the goal. Let's continue. Page 29. From the main idea to proper observation is shared. The fruits and rewards and the arising of the doctrine are unshared. The original intent is neither shared nor unshared. Are you understanding this device now? The goal is the goal. We try to accomplish it, that's not the goal. But it's important. It's integral to our achievement of it. To communicate that effort to others is not the goal, but it's a necessary aspect of attaining the goal. Therefore, the goal is neither the teaching or the effort. Obvious, right? The one section on the main idea is general. The next 8 sections are specific. The original intent is neither general nor specific. The main idea is outlined. The next 8 sections are elaborated. The original intent is neither outlined nor elaborated. The section on the embodiment and aspects is vertical. The other 8 sections are horizontal. The original intent is neither vertical nor horizontal. He's describing the order and the nature of the 10 he's outlined. Now there's a section he calls a catechism. I'm sure there's a far different word for it than that. That's obviously a cultural bias word from the translator. So what he's talking about is a transformative, and it takes the form of a question and answer. What are the similarities and differences between the initial outline and the main idea? Answer: generally, the names are different, but the idea is the same. More specifically, the initial outline has the 3 approaches, whereas the main idea is solely on the sudden, calm observation. There's an entire sect of Buddhism, Lotus Sutra Buddhism, based on that statement alone. The sudden calm and observation. What do you think that means? Does that not sound like the Renge? The aha, the moment the light goes on, sudden calm observation. I get it. Question: in terms of the revealed doctrine, discourse on the revealed observation, and in terms of the secret doctrine, discourse on the secret observation. Okay. Having already divided the revealed from the secret, now we clarify that which is revealed without revealing the secret. We're getting a little word salady there, right? And I think on that note, maybe I'll ask one more question. Okay. Does one attain anything from distinguishing the revealed and the secret like this or not? So whatever mechanisms are being used to describe / make effort toward, right, the things that aren't it, do we gain anything from those things? Answer: some is attained through words and understanding. Some is not attained. The doctrines are the words that the Noble One dropped down from above. That sounds very Christian. I'm sure what he meant was we were given these golden words from Shakyamuni Buddha so that we could endeavor to understand, right? The Noble One was able to teach both the revealed and the secret doctrines. This is the goal, enlightenment. Enlightenment itself seems secret because it's not obvious. Even though we're experiencing it, we're identifying everything but it. That's why it's secret, not because nobody's sharing it. We're making it secret to ourselves. We are in Buddha all the time. You ever had moments in your life where you made decisions that weren't normal for you and the results were tremendous? That was your Buddhahood at work. You weren't even a Buddhist. What we do as Buddhists is exercise that Buddha-ness to be there all the time instead of just moments of our lives. The Noble One is able to teach both the revealed and the secret doctrines. Ordinary people talk and may be able to transmit the revealed doctrine, but it is impossible for them to transmit the secret. I bolded that. Why? Because I can't give you Buddha-ness. I can't open your Gohonzon. I can only open mine because it is the mind, the sentient mind, which is doing all of this. All I can do is get your attention and point you in a direction that you will find for yourself Buddha. I can't transmit that from me to you or you to her, so on and so forth. Those that inquire cause that which is observed. You can only observe for yourself through your own inquiry. Those that have attained the rank of 6 purified senses are able to fill the 3,000-fold spiritual realm with a single wonderful sound, and at will are able to completely reach and then transmit the secret doctrine. Should I read that again? Is that not the 3,000 realms in the single thought moment? He's extending it to say that only once you've observed that 3,000 realms in the single thought moment, that engine of life, can you then set about with your own experience communicating what it's like, how to get there, possibilities to other minds so that they can be influenced to endeavor to do the same. When cultivating observation and inspiring and cultivating the revealed teaching, one does not inspire or cultivate the secret. The person that inspires influences from a former life attains and teaches the secret observation. Former life, again, that time thing. It's not a lifetime, it's previous moments. From my previous experience to achieve this enlightenment, we can discuss how in the future we can do that too, you and I. All right. So then there's a big, And there it is, my friends. So we will start with that statement on page 30 in the next video. Thanks for being here. Thanks for listening. Thanks for your practice. Right? Savor your practice. Feel, inculcate, live in Buddha-ness. Yeah, easy to say, huh? You can do it. I have complete confidence in you because why? Why can I be so confident? Because you already have it. You just need to turn the light on. Oh, yeah. All right. Stay your practice. Thank you. Please like and subscribe. Let's grow this Sangha. Let's influence more people together. Make this resource grow. Patrons supporting this channel. I can't express my gratitude and respect for the effort you're making. Thank you. And in that regard, be kind to yourself. And I will see you in the next one. All right? Bye for now.